Hi, and welcome to this week's edition of the Las Vegas Advisor Weekly Update with Anthony and Andrew. Today is Thursday, October 19th, 2023, and there's a lot going on, especially in the casino update news. Anthony, let's talk about the casino announcements that have been made.
Yeah, everybody's waiting for Durango to open in November, and then Fontainebleau in December.
That's right.
But there's been other news, and it's strange. It's like different kind of stuff. One of them is a casino being proposed, and there's not a lot of details about it. It's just they're talking about it right now. Howard Hughes Corporation, which has built for years in Vegas, wants to build a casino on top of the Fashion Show Mall.
Interesting.
On top. Now, apparently, they own the airspace there.
Okay.
Or I don't know about the space, but anyway, the air, whatever they call it, at that area. And they're starting a new group called Seaport Entertainment.
Okay.
And I guess, well, actually, it's 80% of the air rights is what it is. And they haven't given any details, but apparently they want to leave the fashion show there because they don't own that and build a casino on top. It'll go, vertical. That
sounds cool.
I don't know. It sounds different.
Yeah.
Better than what they got now. That cloud thing, whatever that stupid thing is, it looks like a wonky enchilada or something like that.
Well, it'll be a nice add-on.
Yeah. So anyway, it goes farther than that. During the talk of this, they started, there was talk about the FAA and how high a building could go. And it came out that the Wynn Resorts, which owns the property that used to have the Frontier on it, already just recently did an FAA study to see how high they could build a building there that would not interfere with planes coming in.
And I guess the Wynn.
600 and some feet or whatever, but it starts speculation that all of a sudden Wynn is going to build on that long-time empty lot where the Frontier used to be.
A third tower for the Wynn.
I think it would be something completely different. But again, nothing official.
Okay.
And they go, there's nothing planned. But why would they do the study?
Yeah.
Just to get ready, I guess.
Sounds like a double encore.
Well, it's whatever it is. But that's two. Three is this all-net resort and arena, which is also on the north side. All of this stuff's happening on the north side of the Strip. And this is the one they've been talking about forever, that they're going to build a gigantic arena, and nobody ever sees where the funding is for it. And everyone considered it dead. It's finished. But the CEO, a guy named Jackie Robinson, who was a basketball player for UNLV, he swears that the finances are in place and that work is being done underground.
Okay.
Like on what would be a underground parking, area.
Foundation.
Yeah. So he says that the project is going to open in 2026.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, there's three of them for you. On top of the Fashion Show Mall, the empty Wynn Resort area, Old Frontier area, and the All-Net Resort, which is on the north side next to the Sahara.
Go Jackie Robinson, make it happen.
Yeah, really. And then... nobody seems to know about this. We just found out about it. The Silver Nugget in North Las Vegas is closed.
Now, I've never heard of the Silver Nugget.
Because you don't go to North Las Vegas.
Yeah, not really.
You're a big roller, man. You go in the middle of the Strip. You go to Resorts World. You go to the Palms. That kind of stuff.
Those are two of my favorite places.
The Silver Nugget has been there for years. There's a couple of casinos in North Las Vegas. Jerry's Nugget is the best known. Then there was the Silver Nugget. Then there was the Opera House, which has since closed and been raised. And then there's Poker Palace.
Okay.
All right. So those are pretty much there's a few other smaller places up there, but these are the main ones. But Silver Nugget is closed. And nobody said anything about it. Their website says it was due to electrical issues.
Oh, geez.
Don't know what that means. But if anybody was, for some reason, like the Silver Nugget, don't go. You can't get in.
Well, maybe they'll come out with a Platinum Nugget to just be better than everybody.
Maybe that's the idea. Maybe that will go on top of the Fashion Show Mall. Who knows?
Who knows? All right, so everybody knows at the Las Vegas Advisor, we've been tracking all the Formula One traffic, and we call it Tracking the Beast. What's going on?
Well,
Anthony,
the beast is getting worse and worse. We've talked about it on this show many times. You got to be careful on the south side. Now you can't even traverse Flamingo east of the Strip. Don't even try. It's closed at Koval. It is closed. So whichever direction you're going, when you reach Koval, you'll have to turn around.
Right. You actually have to make a U-turn.
Yeah, and the reason they're doing that is they're building the first of 3 temporary bridges.
Okay.
And that, all of these temporary bridges that are supposed to help traffic right now is making everything just miserable for everybody. And there's 2 more to go. And some people here said, well, we only have a month left of this. Not really, because when it's done and the race is over, then they're going to have to take down the temporary bridges
That's right.
And they're going to have to like take down the grandstands and all the things they're doing. So the beast right now is at Koval and Flamingo.
Right.
Avoid it at all costs.
Other streets to avoid are Harmon.
Harmon, yep.
And other streets to avoid are Spring Mountain and Sands, where it turns into, right around the Venetian along the Sphere. It's a nightmare.
Anywhere where the race is going to be, because now they're hustling to finish everything up in 30 days.
Yeah.
So that's what's going on with that. And in related news there, we talked a couple of weeks ago about them wanting to change the name of the paddock.
Right.
Because of the shooting, the shooter's name was Stephen Paddock, so they want to change the name. Supposedly, according to the newspaper today, they're calling it now the Pit Building.
Okay. The Pit.
The Pit Building. That's the name of it. Pit Building.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Maybe they get a peach pit. It's like a little snack shop.
I don't know. Maybe it's Pit Bull. I don't know. I don't know. But they didn't want it to be called Paddock. It's now called Pit Building.
Now, I drove by. It's coming along. It's looking like it's pretty damn close to finishing, and it's looking nice.
They'll get it done. Too much money at stake. They'll get it done.
Yeah, they will. And by the way, it's right next door to Ellis Island.
Mm-hmm. One thing, though, Andrew, is that you can still, we talked about this last week, you can still walk it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even though it's closed off there at Koval, you can still walk past it if you're in that area and you want to walk up and down the Flamingo.
That's right. If you're on that corner where it's like, Caesar's Palace, the Horseshoe, Cromwell, you just keep walking.
If you want to walk to Ellis Island or something like that, right, you can walk through it.
All right, so let's talk Chinese food. Anthony, why are we talking Chinese food?
Good question. Because there are so many Chinese restaurants in Vegas, and nobody knows which one to go to. Mm-hmm. I've got a favorite.
All right, well, let's get some recommendations going.
Yeah, first of all, let's talk about the Chinese places in the casinos are so fancy.
Yeah.
And it's good food. It's great food, right? But it's not really necessarily authentic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
As they Americanize it or continentalize it or whatever they do. And then you can go to Chinatown and you can get the down and dirty all over the place and you don't know where to go.
That's right. There's a lot of choices.
So if I were to name one place to go, there's a place called China Mama.
Okay.
And it's located in a place called the Shanghai Plaza. This is China Mama 2. Mm-hmm. The original China Mama was one of the first Chinese restaurants here in Vegas. And it was on Jones. And they had a kitchen fire. And it closed down for a while. And they're still trying to repair that. But they opened China Mama 2, which is in the Shanghai Plaza, Spring Mountain in Arville. Mm-hmm. This place was one of the first ones in the Chinatown area. And it continues to be one of the best. They're really great with their what they call the pastries. All right, so that's things like their wontons. They have something called a scallion pancake. Mm-hmm. These types of things are just absolutely terrific. They're one of the few places in town that serves sizzling rice soup.
Okay.
I went there for lunch today, and two of us ate and took out, and it was $37.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
That's great. Actually.
So
yeah.
We thought we'd do that and then name a couple of the others that are around town, that we like.
Right, so if that's your favorite, what are the runners-up?
Well, first of all, there's a place for years, since the 1960s called the Great Wall.
Okay.
And I believe it was over on Charleston, but it has closed. So, that's kind of news too there. But some of the others that I like, there's a place called Hong Kong Garden. All right, and that's on Flamingo. There's a place called Big Dan Shaanxi Taste, which is on Flamingo in a supermarket.
Oh, really?
It's
okay.
Located in a supermarket. Great takeout. Noodles, man. All kinds of noodles. Another great noodle place is Shanghai Taste, another good pastry place. Another one, Shang Artisan Noodle. Mm-hmm. These are all good Chinese places, I think, that are really well priced. And then your favorite...
Ping Pang Pong.
Yeah, in the Gold Coast.
Yes, that's in the casino.
Yeah, of all the casino Chinese restaurants, I think I'd go with Ping Pang Pong over just about any of them.
Well, not only that, Ping Pang Pong has a dim sum breakfast where they wheel out. So if you're hungry, they're already wheeling the food out for you. And those are, tapas style. So they're maybe $7 to $9 a plate, but they're really good. And then it's open till 3 in the morning.
Yeah, and they've got another place there called Noodle Exchange.
That's right.
And Noodle Exchange is good too, but Ping Pang Pong, I mean, they've got everything. It's very good. But if you're looking for a Chinese place and you really want to make sure that you don't go wrong, I would recommend what's now being called China Mama 2 in the Shanghai Plaza.
And the Shanghai Plaza is right smack dab in the middle of Chinatown, and there's a lot of great places in there. It's someplace that if you're in town, you should stop by.
Yeah, it's a cool place, just to look around all the different restaurants in there.
All right, so today is a very busy day, and Anthony, you have a book launch tonight.
Yes. Our book, it's called Feather Shows, Las Vegas Writers on Film, TV, and Other Spectacles.
Nice.
This is part of a series, an annual.
A compendium.
Yes, it's a compendium, but it's done annually called Las Vegas Writes. And we do this with the city. And it's a compendium of the top writers in Las Vegas writing about one subject, which this Feather Shows, which is about, it's kind of like about TV. It's about some movies that were shot here, visual art. This one's got like a comic strip in it for the first time.
Cool.
A showgirl writes about being a showgirl. And what's cool about this one is all of the Vegas Writes books, a lot of references to Vegas. I mean, a lot of places that, people who are watching this who come to Vegas a lot will read these stories and go, I know that place.
Yeah.
Or I've been to that place. Or I know that restaurant. Or, that landmark, I know it. So these are fun to read. It's going to be a reading tonight at 7 o'clock.
Okay.
It's free and open to the public. And it's going to be at the Las Vegas Library, which is located on the east side, Maryland Parkway in Flamingo.
Great.
But don't go down Flamingo. You got to go around.
Yeah, we know.
I just told you. But if you can make it 7 o'clock tonight at the library, Feather Shows.
All right, that sounds cool. And we wanted to give a special shout out to Bishop Gorman High School. Way to go, guys.
For what?
Their football team's killing it. They're killing it. Good job, guys.
Right, Bishop Gorman High School here right in Las Vegas. Of all the high schools in Las Vegas, they have ascended to the #1 spot for football.
Way to go, guys.
They're ranked as a #1 football team in the entire United States. That includes, schools in LA, schools in Texas. They are #1, and it's just amazing what this program does. And I mean, they're like a college. They recruit. They bring people in. Parents with prospects send their kids to Bishop Gorman.
Okay.
They make it to the big colleges. They make it to the pros. But they're #1. They and it's not the first time. 2014 through 2016, 3 years in a row, they were what they call the mythical high school champion.
All right.
So good for them. They're #1 again.
And in this week's question of the week, really interesting question, and it's simply, how do you stop? I mean, I'm not asking so much about when you should stop gambling, like when you're losing too much, but how do you stop when the urge to catch up or even keep winning is so powerful? Anthony, how do you stop?
Well, this is a very interesting question, and I mean, and what's interesting about it is he's not doing the compulsive gambling thing, saying, what rules should I set and what should be my stop-loss point and everything else. What he's saying is, okay, I understand that I shouldn't get in over my head, but when I'm having so much fun, what do I do?
That's what it sounds like to me.
Right? That's what he's asking.
Yeah.
So, all right, we'll let you talk on this because you and I have had this discussion a lot, but I will say from my point of view, as when I've played professionally or to make money, and as I still do, I stop for 2 reasons. I stop when I no longer have an edge. Like the game changes, or maybe a jackpot gets hit. Maybe we're chasing a progressive, and all of a sudden it gets hit, so the edge has now dissolved. Or when I get tired.
Okay.
If I get tired and I'm not playing on top of my game, that's the time to stop. And a lot of video poker pros will tell you that when they've played 14 hours in a row and they go, I'm starting to make mistakes, that's when they stop. But that's from one point of view.
Yeah.
So both of them have to do with when I no longer think I can make money doing it, that's when I stop. But this is another question. This is like, how do I get away from that urge? And you and I have talked about this.
A lot of times, because I've come to you and I've asked you this exact same question, because I'll be sitting there, I'll be having fun, a good song will come on, and like you said, I can even feel myself getting a little bit tired at sometimes, and sometimes I know I should stop, but I'm just hitting the button. I'm stuck in that hypnotic rhythm, and I just can't stop. Yeah,
you told me that you said it many times. You went, I should have left, but I didn't.
Yeah,
because I was having fun.
I was having fun. I was talking. Like right as I'm about to cash out, the bartender goes, "Hey, you want another drink?" And I go, yeah. You know what I do.
Yeah. Or another thing is when you try to get to an even number. Like maybe you're going to stop and you go, okay, I have $47.27 here, and I want to get it down to 25 cents rather, and I want to get it down to 45.
That's right.
So you start screwing around with that, and next thing you know, you're in it again.
You're playing.
And you're playing again.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. I told you why I would do it, but most people don't. They're not in that boat, right? They're not in that boat. They don't think that way. I would just say you have to, like, grab yourself by the back of the neck and say, it's time to go.
Yeah.
And, I mean, there's no other way to do it. I mean, you can set a number if you can stick to it, but you still got to stick to it.
You have to stick to it, and that's the problem because, like you said, sometimes you'll say, all right, I'm going to cash out when there's $45 left, but then you go down to 43, and then your mind goes, well, I'll just go down to 40,
It's that good money after bad sort of thing that people talk about. You just got to look at it and say, you've got to be willing to accept a loss. You've got to be willing. Where people get in trouble is they try to catch up. And you've got to be willing to say, okay, I just lost $20. I hate it. I feel crappy.
Yeah.
But 20 is better than losing 40. And this is when I'm going to stop. And that's, you've just got, it's discipline. You've got to force yourself. Because
that's the thing to look out for sure. That for sure happens a lot. You lose X amount of dollars and you go, okay, you know what? I'm going to take another amount and I'm going to put it in to win a portion back of what I just lost.
And by the way, that's going to the even number. I'm guilty of that.
Yeah.
I do that all the time too because you know why? Because bartenders and waitresses hate making change.
That's right, with actual change.
Coins. They hate giving you coins.
Yeah.
So I want to keep my welcome open. So I will do that. I'll round it up or down to either 45 or 50, something like that.
Well, that's a good note. So if you're coming to Vegas, make a daily budget for yourself. Try to adhere to that budget. Know that you might go a little bit or below, above or below the budget, and don't borrow from tomorrow to play today.
Yep, absolutely.
In this week's Jackpot of the Week, it comes to us from Michigan. It says, this was a Magic Card video poker machine at Four Winds Casino in Michigan. I drew 3 to the Royal, and the Magic card kicked in and gave me the other 2 needed for a Royal flush. Very exciting.
Okay, Four Winds Casino in Michigan. And, all right, so when I read this Magic card, I was like, dream card.
That's what I thought he was talking about too.
Talking about dream card, where you get a, it'll come up randomly, where you will get a wild card will come up. You have to play double the coins.
That's right.
So instead of playing 5 coins, you play 10, but only get paid for 5. But you get this random. But it's not dream card. It's something different, and it's not called Magic Card either. It's called Magic Deal.
Okay.
All right. The name of this game is Magic Deal, where it's very much the same thing. You bet 10 coins instead of 5. You get paid on a level of 5, but 1 to 3 of these Magic cards will come up. And that's what happened here, is 2 Magic cards came up. She had, I think it was female, she has 3 to the
Royal.
3 to the Royal, and 2 Magic cards come up, and it finishes the Royal for her on all 3.
Incredible.
Now, she was only playing nickels, but that's okay because that's $1.50 a play because of the extra number. She's playing triple play at $1.50. I mean, it's $1.50 every spin. So it's even more than playing quarters, a single line. And she made $600. And it was, a great play. It's interesting about this, though. I've played a lot of, not a lot, but I've played Dream Card. I don't love it. I mean, you get that wild card, but it can vacuum through your money so fast because you're playing 10 coins.
That's the problem I have with Dream Card too. Is that it's not a great pay schedule, and also when the Dream Card comes up, a lot of times you get a pair, or you get 2 of a kind, or
I know.
It gives you the one best possible card that you can get.
It can be very frustrating because you finally get the Dream Card or you get the Magic card, and it doesn't make anything good for you.
Right.
And you've been like getting vacuumed all the way down. So I don't love it. But one interesting thing about this, on Magic Deal, apparently I looked into it a little bit, and it's an option. You don't have to play the Magic Deal, but if you do, it raises your return percentage, but you're also playing more. So in this particular situation, the game that she's playing, which is 7-5 double bonus, returns 95.71%, the regular game. But with the Magic Deal, with that option, it goes from 95.71 to 95.97.
Oh, interesting. It's still not a great schedule, though.
No, it's not great. Yeah. It's not great, but you're only playing nickels as well. But interesting game. Congratulations on the jackpot. We kind of wanted to talk about this particular video poker variation a little bit.
Yeah, and just remember when you're getting those multipliers or when you're getting those extra things, you are giving up something in the pay schedule to get them.
That's right.
Learn that from you.
It is true.
All right.
That's it.
Another reminder, November 2nd, set your calendars. We will be doing a live stream from the Downtown Grand, either before the
blackjack tournament. Yeah, so we'll be doing that a little earlier. We'll give you more details probably next week.
Yep.
And but November 2nd, come down to the Downtown Grand.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Share the videos so other people can see them. The numbers have been going on a little bit of a roller coaster ride, so if you do like, share, comment, it does help us. If you like the show, it helps us get the algorithm working in our favor.
Yep.
That's it for this week. We'll see you next week.
Well, I'm going to Las Vegas, where the stick man, he recognized me. He said, hey man, do you need another shot at freedom and harmony with your jackpot in Vegas?
Of all different ethnicities. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Different places in there and all different ethnicities.
Ethnicity, yeah. Yeah.
That people have been asking for a blooper. Maybe
Okay.
maybe we got to give them that one.
We'll give them that one.
Ethnicities. Why do I pick a hard word? I know better than that.